In this 5-minute lesson, the Organization and Management 2.2.1 will be covered, which will cover the simple hierarchical structures, the levels of hierarchy, span of control, chain of command, as well as the roles and responsibilities of directors, managers, supervisors, other employees in the organization, and interrelationships between them. So what is an organizational structure? So an organizational structure, it refers to the levels of management and divisions of responsibilities that are within an organization. So this structure is often represented in the form of an organizational chart. So what are the features of an organizational chart? So an organizational chart is going to show the hierarchy, which shows that there are different levels in the organization, and each level has a different level of authority in the organization, and people on the same level have the same level of authority. So the organizational chart is organized into departments, and each department have their own functions and job. So in an organizational chart, as there are different levels to management, that means that there is a chain of command. Now, a chain of command is the structure in an organization which allows instructions to pass down from the senior management to the lower levels of management. So as we can see in this chart, it will allow it to be passed down from the chief executive all the way to the shop workers. Now, if it's a small business with less levels of hierarchy, they're going to have a short chain of command. But if it's a bigger business with more levels of hierarchy, they will have a longer chain of command. Now, what are the advantages of an organizational chart? So everyone in the organization is in a department, which gives the employees a sense of belonging. The chart shows how everyone in the organization is linked together, and the employees will be aware of which communicational channel is used to reach them. It shows them the relationships between different departments within the organization, and every employee can see their own position within the organization. So they can see who has authority over them, who they can take orders from, and also who they are accountable to. Now let's have a look at Business A and Business B chain of command and span of control scenario. So have a look at both Business A and Business B's organizational charts. Now Business A, they have a tall organizational structure and they have a long chain of command. Now Business B, they have a wider organizational structure and a short chain of command. Now due to the different structures, both businesses have a different span of control. A span of control is a number of subordinates that are working directly under a manager. So as we can see, Business B, they have a wider span of control than Business A. So when the chain of command is short, the organization will have a wider span of control. And the longer the chain of command, the narrower the span of control, as shown in Business A. Now, what are the advantages of having a short chain of command? It allows communication to be faster and more accurate. Top management is going to be more in touch with the lower levels of hierarchy, as there are going to be fewer management levels, and the span of control is wider, which will mean that it can encourage managers to delegate more tasks, and employees will have less direct control, which means that they will give them more job satisfaction. The roles, responsibilities, and interrelationships between people in the organization. So one of the roles is there's functional departments. They are responsible for one important part of work, for example, the finance department, and they will use their specialist skills in their work. Then we have the line managers. So they have direct responsibility over people below them in the hierarchy in the organization. Then we have regional division. They're responsible for the stores that are in other countries. The board of directors, they oversee the company's operations and make sure everything is running smoothly. And then you have staff managers. They are specialists who will provide support, information, and assistance to the line managers. This video covered the hierarchical structures. Good luck, and subscribe to the channel and other social media, and look out for the next 5-minute lesson.